Well, today is the day, the sentencing of Brian Kohberger to 4 life sentences. But the most important part of today, the most important part of the trial, is just few seconds each one of the family members have gotten to directly confront the man who did the most horrible things to what appear to be like just 4 completely innocent college kids. And this has been this has been a case that America was hoping probably to get some information on, some conclusion. But at the end of the day, it's not really our families, it's their families. And apparently some of them signed off on this plea deal. Brian Kohberger sentencing live updates. Surviving Idaho roommate and victim's family slam Brian Kohberger in impact statements. And there's really nothing I can do to kind of do it justice. But here's the thing. I have the video, and the video is incredible. This is Olivia Gonclaves, her, just absolutely eviscerating this demon.
Lurking in the shadows made you feel powerful because no one ever paid you any attention in the light. You thought you were exceptional, all because of a grade on a paper. You thought you were elite because your online IQ test from 2010 told you so. All of that effort just to seem important. It's desperate. There is a name for your condition, though. Your inflated ego just didn't allow you to see it. Wannabe.
Oof.
You act like no one could ever understand your mind, but the truth is you're basic.
Ooh.
You're a textbook case of insecurity disguised as control. Your patterns are predictable. Your motives are shallow. You are not profound. You're pathetic. You aren't special or deep, not mysterious or exceptional. Don't ever get it twisted again. No one is scared of you today. No one is intimidated by you. No one is impressed by you. No one thinks that you are important. You orchestrated this like you thought you were God. Now look at you, begging a courtroom for scraps. You spent months preparing, and still all it took was my sister in a sheath. You work so hard to seem dangerous, but real control doesn't have to prove itself.
That's obviously very good. Here's Christy, the mother of Kaylee. Listen to what she had to say. Absolutely eviscerates this guy.
I never imagined having to speak to someone so devoid of humanity. For a long time, I didn't think I'd find the words low enough to meet you where you are. But now I realize this isn't about you. It's about what you've done to me, and I need you to hear it. When you murdered my daughter, Kaylee Jade Gonzalez, you didn't just take her life, you shattered others. You attacked what you could never be, and in doing so, you left a trail of devastation far beyond that house. You stole my peace. You've altered my every waking moment, every sleepless night, the way I view the world, people, safety, trust. It's all been changed by your cruelty. I no longer recognize parts of myself. Joy is harder to find. Laughter feels foreign. The world moves forward, but I'm suspended in a place of sorrow and rage. You've taken from me something that can never be restored. The grief sits with me every day, some days quietly, and other days so loud it drowns out everything else. The emotional toll you've inflicted on me is immeasurable. I live with a constant ache, with birthdays that are now memorials, with holidays that feel hollow, with empty chairs that scream louder than words ever could. I am forever changed.
Understandable.
But for you, as a person working on a PhD in criminal justice,
Wait for it.
you really didn't think this one through. You're not that good.
Oof.
In fact, you're not that good at anything.
They must have
You
been.
couldn't secure a job. You couldn't get along with others. You couldn't even get a female to look in your direction. All because you are pathetic.
Wait. Oh my God.
Now you're a joke in this courtroom. I wish I could crown you with a jester hat to complete your orange jumpsuit clown look. A dead killer doesn't kill again. So while I'm disappointed the firing squad won't get to take their shots at you, I'm confident that the men in prison will.
Whoa.
Have their way with you in more ways than one.
Jeez. Bringing up the old struggle snuggle in prison. I mean, I predict this guy, let me just tell you, in my experience covering these type of lunatics, and I'll admit I do watch a lot of documentaries and about these kind of serial killers or high profile killers. This guy will not make it through the year. How about Kaylee Gonclaves writing this? Listen to this one.
You are officially the property of the state of Idaho,
She continues, sorry.
where your fellow inmates are anxiously awaiting your arrival. But it's okay, because they're there to help you.
Uh-oh.
Hell will be waiting. Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
Jeez. Oh, they even laughed. The crowd laughed. I mean, golly. Here's the father, by the way. Basically, somebody told them, like, how can you hurt this guy the most? I'm guessing. And it's about insulting his intelligence. Here's Steve, the father of Kaylee, who passed away that day.
Looking back when the police officers knocked on my door, told me what happened to my child, told me what happened to Maddie Mae, I don't think he was even out of the driveway before my kids turned around, looked at me and said, "What do we do, Dad?" I told him, "You get to work. You get your ass to work." And we started calling, we started texting, we started emailing. And you know what? Within hours, we had your white car on camera. We knew from the very beginning we had you. Police officers tell us within minutes they had your DNA, like a calling card. You were that careless, that foolish, that stupid. Master degree, you're a joke, complete joke.
I mean, I hope that this was cathartic to the people. I don't know what I would do in this situation. What would you do in this situation? Would you confront them? I feel like you'd have a hard time. I feel like I would take the opportunity to be jumping across that table. I don't know though. I've never been in that situation. I mean, I've lost loved ones, but not at the hands of somebody else. I don't know if they feel relief, catharsis, or, any kind of actual anything. Here's Olivia, by the way, Kaylee's sister, who just goes absolutely berserk on him too.
The truth is, you're as dumb as they come. Stupid, clumsy, slow, sloppy, weak, dirty. Let me be very clear. Don't ever try to convince yourself you mattered just because someone finally said your name out loud. I see through you. You want the truth? Here's the one you'll hate the most. If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pet.
She calls him she calls him a pet. which is, I think, very, very interesting. It could be that she wants that to get back to the jail. I don't know. That might be a stretch.
Kaylee would have kicked your fucking ass. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, other interesting updates, though. Now, the world had hoped that Brian Kohberger, who has his plea deal in place, would he explain why he did what he did? And the answer is, as a coward, he did not. He was given the opportunity. Brian Kohberger refused to speak when given the opportunity during sentencing Wednesday. I respectfully declined. He said when the judge asked if he would, that means the world may never know why he took the lives of his victims that night in November 2022. This is a control move. This is a one final screw you to the families. You know, Kohberger's mother was there crying as the victim says that he tainted their family's name. You know, the whole thing is, you know, a couple of people did the classic, like, you know, I forgive you, which I would never do. Sorry. Only God can forgive. I'm not God. I would not be able to forgive this person. He also had this weird drawing of like a heart in front of him the whole time. Never looked at it. Very, very weird. I wonder if these people are like given drugs or something, so they get like this disassociative state. I don't know. My prediction is he doesn't survive the year in prison. I bet you he won't make it to Christmas. We'll have to see. I hope you were informed by this video. I hope this guy rots in hell, and we'll talk to you again real soon.